Okay, so I know that this is a topic that is incredibly overdone, but I need to voice my opinion on it because I don't know, I'm getting tired. I'm very, very tired of people really trying to control things that are out of their control. And I don't understand why, as a human, you would ever want to control the choices that other people make. That's the greatest gift that we have. So, to basically um, just give you guys a brief idea of what I mean, I'm talking about gay marriage. And I don't really understand why and how people are so completely comfortable with trying to dictate the decisions that other people make, especially in regards to marriage and love in the purest form that we have on this earth, and why you would want to, I don't know, censor it. And I think that a lot of these people and political parties are trying to endorse their opinion on gay marriage, but really it's no one's business, really. It's really no one's business who does what with their bodies. And the only instance in which I think that the government should have any view as to whether or not people can do things is when it's harming other people. Why are we so concerned with what people are doing, with who they're doing it with? And it's no one's business. It's not even like if we legalize gay marriage, it would have a negative effect on the United States. There would be no negative effect. You know, we already are a fairly open country. It's like we know that, and I don't see why it has to be such a huge fucking deal. And I think that what people are failing to realize is that this is one of the last forms of discrimination that we are still allowing. And us as America, we're so busy trying to prove to the other people that we are going to liberate other people and that we are all about freedom, and yet we are still dealing with our own form of discrimination and injustice in our own community. And that's not okay. Why is it that this is an okay form of discrimination, but you can sit here and try, like, I just don't get it. I don't understand why this is allowed. Why is it allowed? Because when it comes down to it, we are discriminating. America is being discriminatory. And even in regards to Obama saying that he does, in fact, support gay marriage, personally, he supports it. He has no control at all over whether or not the states decide to legalize it. That's not his place. So why is he being attacked? Why? He can't even justify to his children why this would be a good thing to monitor, or why people are being discriminated against, or why they're not. This is a matter of equality. This is not a matter of Christianity or whatever. And the fact is, even when people are trying to put their religious views into this talk or this debate, this has nothing to do with religion. This has to do with love. And honestly, the fact that we are trying to put religion and our government into one again is ridiculous. They're not connected. Religious views are religious views, and political views are political views, and love is love. So why not? Why is it such a hard task for us to just leave people alone? And I think the worst thing that you could do to the human population is try to take away their free will. That is the one gift that we have on this planet, is the ability to do the things that we want to, and have, I mean, under obviously guidelines, but even this is not one of those that should be taken into consideration. These are not one of those guidelines that we should be worried about. No one is hurting another person. This is not the case. It's just not. And we somehow believe that it's our place to tell other people what they can and cannot do. Personally, I do not think, that divorce should be allowed, because I think that it's something that a lot of people take advantage of, and I think that marriage is a commitment. However, that's me. That is my personal opinion. That's what I believe, and in no way do I think that other people should be subjected to what I believe. If they want to get a divorce, then they're gonna have to deal with the consequences of that on their own. This is that. If they want to get married and have no real basis for what that means, then that's on them. I'm not gonna force them to do it. I'm just gonna make sure that when I'm married, this is someone that I'm willing to make that work with. It's someone who, no matter what, thick and thin, that's gonna be something that I work through and I work towards. And that's about it. That's for me and my decision and the things that I decide to do. It's no one else's business. And same thing for this is a viewpoint. This is just a viewpoint, and we have no business trying to enforce our personal beliefs on other people. This is just like I don't believe that people should be getting married and then just getting a divorce immediately because they're not willing to make it work. Does not mean that I think that I should make a law that makes everyone do what I want them to do. I just don't. This is not. It's just I don't get it. I don't get it. No one is being hurt. This would have absolutely no negative effect on our country, and yet we are still trying to control other people's actions and trying to enforce our religious or political views or whatever on other people. If gay people are allowed to get married, no one, straight people are not going to suddenly be hurt. They're not going to suddenly have their marriage annulled just because gay people can get married. Their lives will continue on just as, like, I just don't get it. It's like it's not hurting anyone. It's not affecting anyone except for the people that are getting married. There is no negative effect at all. You don't have to agree with it, but there's absolutely no negative effect at all. It has absolutely no standing on anyone else's life if these people can get married. So why is it so important? They're not trying to tell us that we can't get married. The amount of people who have, teenage marriages and teenage pregnancies, we're not telling them, you're not allowed to get married or whatever. And yet these young marriages and, then letting them fall apart and not really knowing what they're getting themselves into, we're not saying that. We're not sitting here trying to determine, what they can and cannot do. But we can, basically try to dictate what other people do and how they react and what they're doing. And I know that this is a long video. It's just I have a lot of viewpoints, and also I'm sorry about that light. My light goes off automatically. But I don't know, I'm tired of it and I don't understand also why we're giving so much airtime to some stupid political people. Well, not even political, celebrities like Bristol Palin, who has absolutely no real political standing except that her mom was the governor of Alaska. Like, and she's fucking ignorant as shit when it comes to this stuff. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of her. I like her. But what you have to say means absolutely nothing, and it's not backed up by anything. And the fact that we are giving so much airtime to people who have irrelevant arguments against President Obama saying that he supports gay marriage. Number one, he's not saying that he's going to make the whole country do what he wants. He just said that he supports it. So I don't know why it's such a huge deal. Second of all, the fact that she can even try to back up the stuff that she's saying, which is completely ignorant things. You know, come up with at least if you're going to have an opposing idea, come up with a real support behind it. Give us some credible reasoning and credible logic as to why you are right. You are clearly just talking out of the side of your neck. You don't, like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Can we put some people who actually have some real support, some guaranteed real support for why they believe the things that they do? And especially since free speech is okay, at least if you're going to influence millions or thousands, whatever, hundreds, if you're going to influence anyone, at least back it up with credible information. And, that's really all I have to say about that. But I had to, and it was just something that's been long overdue, despite the fact that it is replayed over and over and over again. It's too much. Something needs to change, and we need to definitely think about the way that we treat human beings, and especially in America, why it's okay to even, try to monitor these people. It's not them at all. We're supposed to be in the land of the free. That's all I'm saying.